Hi there, it's me, John Walker, your Captain America, and I just wanted to tell you this is a very special episode of Heroclix team building. Now today we're going to be looking at the final battle scene from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Before you go any further, just so you know, we are going to have a spoiler in it, okay? It's the final battle, it's the last episode, there's going to be spoilers, so make sure if you go watch all of Falcon and Winter Soldier and then come back to this video and check out the team build. I hope you guys all enjoy the video. So starting off the team build from the final battle is going to be the Agent 13 figure. This version of Sharon is, I think, what fits best as her pseudo power broker character. I'm using this version because, like I said, I always want to go for accuracy over whether or not it's actually a good figure to put on the team when I'm making teams that are specifically based off of like movies and TV shows. And this one is going to be the same actress. This one is going to be her most recent version in the movie, so the Captain America Civil War set. She also has a special damage power, which is her special outwit, which is you don't know who to trust, which I think is very fitting for this version of Sharon. Next up, we're going to have our end battle John Walker. Now, earlier seasons and early episodes in the season, I would say use the Armor Wars LE John Walker, which is John as Captain America, because that's who he is in the show. He's Captain America. But in the final battle, he no longer has the Captain America title, and he does eventually get the black suit, although he's not wearing it in the final battle scene. So I'm just going to say John is an independent contractor at this point. He's no longer Captain America. Let's just give him the U.S. Agent title. Now, you can use the Avengers U.S. Agent if you want. It'll take about 5 points off the team build. And if that is something you really need to do because you want to change a few other characters around, then by all means, feel free to do so. But that is going to be John here. Next up is going to be Bucky, the Winter Soldier. I'm going to want to use the Captain America Civil War version of the Winter Soldier. I think it has really solid stats for Bucky. He is 90 points and he will break theme since Sharon, the Falcon I'll be using, and John, I'll have the shield keyword. So if you don't want to break theme and yet somehow make the team less thematic, technically, which I find very ironic, you can use the main set Captain America and the Avengers Winter Soldier. Now, he's okay. He's just as good, if not better, than the Captain America Civil War. And when I say he's okay, obviously he's a great figure. But what I mean is he's an okay stand-in. I would always prefer to use MCU characters over their comic book counterparts if you can. So if you want to make the team less thematic, but an actual theme team, you can go ahead and throw on that Winter Soldier. Now, before we get to my end pick, I do want to say, if you want to go with that Winter Soldier or the 75-point John from the Avengers set, or even the 35-point Sharon, you can make yourself enough points to put Red Wing on the team. I think Red Wing would be a great addition to the team since we get to see his triumphant return when Falcon comes back as Captain America. So keep that in mind. If you want to use a cheaper Sharon or however the points may fill out, if you want to use cheaper versions of the Winter Soldier, cheaper versions of Sharon, or a cheaper version of the U.S. Agent, you can try to fit Red Wing on the team. And I think that's really cute. I think it's cool because Falcon can carry Red Wing around and it would be really sweet. So last but certainly not least, and this is a surprise to no one, but we're going to be using the Captain America version of the Falcon from the Captain America and the Avengers set. Between the Living Legend trait and the special defense power he has on his last few clicks, which is carrying on Steve's legacy, this really gives you a Captain America, Falcon as Captain America feel. Now, the suit is also very accurate to the show because they kept the suit very accurate to the comics in the show. So this is my 300-point theme team. It can be just an accurate theme team without Red Wing. Of course, Red Wing will also break theme, whatever you do. So I would say go nuts with it. It doesn't have to be a shield theme team if you don't want it to. I would prefer it not be, just so that way it's more accurate. And this is a fun team anyways. It's not going to be winning a lot of stuff. But with John Walker blocking lines of fire, with 2 solid ranged attackers with Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and having a little bit of a stealth outwit piece with Agent 13, plus double shield team ability is really solid. And then if you use the main set, Captain America and the Avengers Winter Soldier, you can have 3 shield team ability characters. So you can really inflate the range values of everybody on your team. So it's a solid enough team. It's not crazy great, but for a fun, casual, here's my Falcon Winter Soldier team, this is what I would run. Go ahead, move our team off to the side here, and I'm just going to go and dive into some characters that I think would be fun in the show. So first off, if you're going to run any team that is before Falcon becomes Captain America, I would say run either of the Captain America Civil War Falcons as my go-to, since those are the latest installment of that character. Now, James Rhodes does make a cameo appearance in the first episode. You can play this War Machine. I would say probably not. He doesn't get any fights, and there is no just normal James Rhodes like alter ego figure. But if you really, really, you're a big War Machine fan, then the Super Rare from Captain America and the Avengers is probably the best War Machine. Or you can play a really bad War Machine to show how he pretty much just doesn't do anything. If you just want to play more figures or characters in the show, Joaquin Torres here has only one figure. It is him as the Falcon, which isn't accurate to the show at all. So if you want to play, just say, hey, this is my Joaquin, you can just go ahead and play a generic soldier. Any generic soldier will do. I wouldn't say choose a generic SHIELD agent or anything because they aren't part of SHIELD, but I think a soldier is fine. For villains like Batroc, either version of Batroc from Captain America and the Winter Soldier will work. This Batroc is a very strong version, especially under the rules. So I really enjoy this Batroc. For Madripoor, and anytime Batroc is on scene when he's kind of teamed up with his buddies, I would say just use these mercenaries, because the Madripoor were pretty much just mercenaries / assassins out to get them. So I would use the mercenaries. I think they are very solid from Deadpool and the X-Force. Now, for John Walker's buddy, best friend, and co-worker, Battlestar, Lamar Hoskins here, there is only one version of Battlestar, I believe, and it's the Civil War one. And he's pretty cool. He's fun. He looks cool. It's obviously not show accurate, but if you just want to, once again, play figures that are in the show, you can. Next up is Elijah and Isaiah Bradley. Now, these guys don't do anything in the show. They're just very handy and very cool side characters, but we never see them fight. So if you absolutely have to play a version of Isaiah Bradley, I'd probably say play this 25.1. If you have to play a version of the Patriot, this is the best version of Patriot. I mean, obviously, neither of these guys fight in the show, so it's kind of weird if you're putting them on your team. But if you just want to have a team full of characters that are named in the show, then that's sort of what this whole section is showing you what versions I would use. Next up is the Baron Zemo. Obviously, no surprise, we're using the latest Baron Zemo from Captain America and the Avengers. This Baron Zemo is very solid. I think having Mastermind and Stealth and all that stuff, top dial, is very fitting. He only really puts on the mask just to do like 2 things really quickly, and it's like, okay, why'd you have to put the mask on for that? No reason. So it was just a little fan servicey moment. He doesn't ever have a sword, sadly, so it is a little wonky of a sculpt, but pretty much every version of Helmet in Heroclix has a sword. And last and kind of least is going to be Ultimatum / the Flag Smashers. Now, they are not accurate at all to the show. They are very a sidestep energy explosion. They're very gun heavy. They have very weak stats as if they were super soldiers. So I wouldn't honestly use the Ultimatum soldiers for their Flag Smasher counterparts in the show, nor would I use Flag Smasher at all for any of them in particular, because he's got like running shot, pulse wave, and it makes no sense. Instead, I'll throw up a clip of what generic I think is best for Flag Smashers, but I would say it's going to be the Bane Thug from the Dark Knight Rises set. I'll go ahead and throw a picture of that up here in a little bit. But I think for the charge and power and everything, I think that makes the most sense for just generic super soldiers. Now, if you are just want to play an Ultimatum theme team, just because they are Flag Smashers, kind of based off Flag Smasher here, and obviously very similar to what they are. I mean, that's who they are in the comics. You can play this Flag Smasher. Now, HC Realms is missing one of his clix, although I did talk with a gentleman over at Clix Nexus, so he does have it up there. But just so you guys know what his dial looks like if you're building this team on HC Realms, he does have a 7th click, which is pretty solid. He gets Perplex again, he has Pulse Wave, and he gets Phasing, so he can get out of there. So if he's already kind of in the thick of it with his close combat expert and combat reflexes and everything, if he like running shot, Pulse Wave right up next to people, he can then teleport to get away, or he can Perplex up his attack value and Pulse Wave the whole team again for 1 damage, which is pretty solid. Or of course, he can just punch someone for 3 damage. So just so you guys know, that is missing on HC Realms. These are kind of my characters and my figures that I would choose to represent characters from the Falcon and Winter Soldier. What team would you build? Would you build a Final Battle team? Would you build any team from any other episodes? Let me know in the comment section below. What figures are your favorite versions of the Falcon and Winter Soldier? I will be doing a scenario series, so after I get all the figures bought, I'm going to go through every single episode, and I'll be showing what, the main battle for each episode, and then I'll just be showing how that scenario might play out each time. So I hope you guys will join me in that scenario series, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, missing here the Dora Milaje. I don't have any, but AO and the Dora Milaje will be in the scenario series, so don't worry if you're a big Dora Milaje fan. I'm not, personally, because they showed up my boy John Walker, and that's no bueno in my book. But I hope you guys enjoyed this team building video. I hope you guys build the team and have fun with it. I think it's really cool. Hey there, it's me, John Walker again, and I just wanted to remind you that if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us your thoughts about the video in the comment section. Like it just because it's cool, because it's fun, and it helps us out, and it costs you nothing. And subscribe, because once again, it helps us out, and it costs you nothing, so you can stay updated on all our latest videos, whether it be team building, podcasts, funny skits, unboxings, and more. If you could want to financially support the YouTube channel and the podcast, you can do so at patreon.com. There will be a link in the description so you can do that. Thank you guys so much for all the support you give into the channel, and whatever you are, be a good one.